With its dizzying metropolises, blissful islands and immense national parks, not to mention a legendary cuisine, Vietnam tops many travelers' bucket lists. The highlights of the country are innumerable, but there are some spots that simply can't be skipped. Here's our list of the top places to visit in Vietnam. Halong Bay. Halong Bay's stunning combination of karst limestone peaks and sheltered, shimmering seas is one of Vietnam's top tourist draws, but with more than 2,000 different islands, there's plenty of superb scenery to go around. Definitely book an overnight cruise and make time for your own special moments on this World Heritage wonder. Rise early for an ethereal misty dawn, or pilot a kayak into grottos and lagoons. Prefer your karst landscapes a little less crowded? Try the less touristy but equally spectacular Lan Ha Bay, located a little way to the south, or Bai Tu Long, to the north. Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park. Vietnam's headline natural wonder is the jaw-dropping Hang Son Doong, one of the world's largest caves, located in the heart of Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park. The images of ant-like travelers shining head torches around the vast, empty caverns tug on the wanderlust strings. However, unless you have a cool $3,000 to spend on a tour, you won't be able to enter this subterranean marvel. But fear not, Phong Nha Ke Bang has a wealth of other caves that you can clamber, crawl, boat or zipline through for a fraction of the cost, including Hang En, which boasts its own beach. More so, there are plenty of attractions above ground, including guided treks around the oldest karst mountains in Asia, home to tigers, elephants and 300 species of bird. Ho Chi Minh City. Increasingly international but still unmistakable Vietnamese, former Saigon has visceral energy that will delight big city devotees. HCMC doesn't inspire neutrality. You'll either be drawn into its thrilling vortex and hypnotized by the perpetual whir of its orbiting motorbikes, or you'll find the whole experience overwhelming, and some visitors seem to be perpetually seesawing between the two. Dive in and you'll be rewarded with a wealth of history, the War Remnants Museum an essential stop, delicious food and a vibrant nightlife that ranges from beers on street corners to swanky cocktail lounges. The heat is always on in Saigon, loosen your collar and enjoy. Phu Quoc. Lapped by azure waters and edged with the kind of white sand beaches that make sunseekers sink to their weak knees, Phu Quoc, way down in the south of Vietnam, is ideal for slipping into low gear, reaching for a seaside cocktail and toasting a copper sun as it dips into the sea. And if you want to notch it up a tad, grab a bike and hit the red dirt roads. The island is relatively compact, and offers areas of natural, unblemished jungle alongside some newer, less serene additions. A Vietnamese version of Disneyland and the world's longest oversea cable car as two examples. Hanoi. Vietnam's capital is a city with one foot buried in a fascinating past, while the other strides confidently towards tomorrow. Sample Hanoi's heady mix of history and ambition by wandering the streets of the old quarter, sipping an egg coffee prepared with egg yolks, or slurping on a hearty bowl of Bun Ryu Cua, a sour crab noodle soup, while watching businessmen breakfast on noodles or play chess with goateed grandfathers. When you're done, check out the crumbling decadence of the French Quarter, then zip up the cosmopolitan Tay Ho for fine dining options and the lowdown on Hanoi's growing art scene. Hoi An. Historic Hoi An is Vietnam's most atmospheric and charming town. Once a major port, it boasts the grand architecture and beguiling riverside setting that befit its heritage. The face of the old town has preserved its incredible legacy of tottering Japanese merchant houses, elaborate Chinese guild halls, and ancient tea warehouses, though, of course, residents and rice fields have been gradually replaced by tourist businesses. Lounge bars, boutique hotels, travel agents, a glut of tailor shops and vast numbers of daily tourists are very much part of the scene here. If it gets too much, hop on a bike to explore the town's outskirts and pristine surrounds, where you'll find that life moves at a much more sedate pace. Ba Be National Park. Detour off the regular Vietnam tourist trail in Ba Be National Park, an essential destination for adventurous travelers. The scenery here swoops from limestone mountains peaking at 1,554 meters down into plunging valleys wrapped in dense evergreen forests, speckled with waterfalls and lakes. The park is a haven for hundreds of wildlife species, including monkeys, bears and pangolins, the only mammals wholly covered in scales, as well as the highly endangered Vietnamese salamander, while birders will want to keep an eye out for the spectacular crested serpent eagle and the oriental honey buzzard, which can be spied on boat trips or trekking excursions. After a day of animal spotting, recharge in rustic homestays and village guesthouses of the local Tay ethnic minority. Nha Trang. The high-rise, high-energy beach resort of Nha Trang enjoys a stunning setting. It's ringed by a necklace of hills, with a turquoise bay dotted with tropical islands. A sweeping crescent beach of white sand defines the shoreline, backed by an impressive promenade dotted with parks and sculpture gardens. Inland there's a cosmopolitan array of boutiques and dining options, but as restaurant service winds down for the evening, nightlife cranks up. Central Nha Trang is a party town at heart. Looking for a more tranquil vibe? The city also makes for a great launching pad for a beach crawl up the coast to the city of Khai Nhân Han, with stop-offs at Doc Let, Bai Bao and Bai Xep. Hue. The capital of the nation in the 19th and early 20th centuries, Hue is perhaps the easiest Vietnamese city to love and spend time in. Its situation on the banks of the Perfume River is sublime, its complex cuisine justifiably famous, and its streets are relatively traffic-free. And that's without mentioning the majesty of the imperial city, a citadel within a citadel, housing the emperor's residence, temples and palaces, and the main buildings of state, within 6-meter-high, 2.5 kilometers-long walls. Explore the city's fringes to find some of Vietnam's most impressive pagodas and royal tombs, many in wonderful natural settings. Ha Giang Province is Vietnam's spectacular destination for intrepid bikers, with dizzying ascents up the Quan Ba Pass, Heaven's Gate, jaw-dropping vistas on the epic ride between Dong Van and Meo Vac, and the opportunity to venture to Lung Cu, a hilltop flag tower that marks the most northern point of the country. And with improved roads, new trekking routes, and a wider choice of guest houses, homestays and restaurants in the province's small towns and villages, Vietnam's far north is firmly planting itself on the travel map as a hotspot for bikers and non-bikers alike.